Yo, what up? It's your boy GVE, and welcome to the street. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GV stream. Hello, hello, hello. Super early in the morning, as I have about a couple of hours before I go to the gym and make some breakfast. Which, honestly, I should probably make breakfast before I go live these days. Would probably be smarter. We're going to be continuing our guided playthrough of Bloodborne. We did 2 boss guides yesterday, and now we are going to continue doing exactly that. Please let me know if anything is too low or loud. Still balancing out all the audio. And we're going to jump right in because I don't really have too much time. This will be a shorter stream. What's up, Kodami? Welcome in. Yeah, for me, it's really good. I just don't know if, like, people can really watch this early in the morning, but like I said, we'll build up to a schedule eventually. Okay, let's go to, like, that. Let me know if it's too loud or low. Please and thanks. Who won last night in Magic? I basically ended up scooping because Nick... I was able to remove a lot of his stuff. There could be a universe where, like, I was able to draw, you know, some decent things and maybe come back. But honestly, just the fact that my commander tax for the rat got so high, there's really nothing that I could do because everything was, like, obviously enabled through him being on the board. So I ended up scooping just because I was like, well, I'd have to draw the perfect next 3 cards to be able to do anything. And it was obviously already late, so yeah, that's what ended up happening. Alrighty, so what we need is bullets. Where we last left off, we were doing the Tomb of Udin. Is there anything that I need to do here before we move out? We don't have any resources, so I guess we'll just go to Old Yharnam? The only thing I don't know is, can you rush the Witches of Hemwick? That's the only thing that I don't know. In fact, when can you... How early can you fight the Witches of Hemwick? Boo, 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 boo. CBFG... BSB, Witches VA. What is... Oh. Cleric Beast, Father Gascoigne. Okay. So yeah, we're basically on the right path, at least according to that post. So where we last left off, we were here. This place gets crazy now. We basically have to get through this next entire area in order to get to our next boss. This town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. Well, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. I think we get accosted audibly as soon as we enter this place, don't we? Oh yeah, I'm this guy right here. Shoot. I do want to get him. These things are important because they give you upgrade materials. No, 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 no! They're super duper annoying though, because they do the typical twinkling titanite lizard thing. Shoot, I don't even want to be down here right now. Could use a bold hunter's mark to restart. Because we're going to be blocked if we keep going down. Okay, that's fine. Let's just keep exploring. Boo, boo, ba, boo. Boo, ba, 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 ba. Hello, gentlemen. One at a time, please. One at a time, please. So there I did a transform attack on this guy here, which was able to take him out. Pretty nice. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Hunter's Torch there, which is a unique weapon. Or item. Or something. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's drop down here. This place always gets really weird. There's also a major skip here, too, for speed running. which I think I attempted to do once but was never able to really accomplish. Okay, let's open this. Does not open from the side. So this is the massive shortcut, basically. But this shortcut is all the way at the bottom of this area, so we have to go through the entire actual area first. Cold Blood Dew number 2. Okay, now we're back up to the top. And then this begins the area proper.
You there! Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm to those above. Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
No, but I'm good. I literally have to progress past this point. I mean, I don't have to. There's other things to do, but... yeah, I have to go this way. Sorry. Oh, God. Okay, so very soon he's about to start doing something really bad, and we're gonna have to adapt, basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't exactly know when he starts to trigger it. Bloodstone shards. It's very, very close to this area right here. He's going to begin to do something really rude. And I'm just waiting for it.
Hunter, adept, merciless. I forgot with blood, as the best hunters are.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from this unknown voice that I don't know who it belongs to. Okay. Now, there's a super secret drop-off. I forget where it is. I don't think it's that drop-off there. But it's going to be a massive pain to explore this area anyways. Until we deal with what's about to happen. So I think... yep, here we go. Okay. So basically... this guy will start to fire a Gatling gun, and we have to get over to him as quickly as possible. He's also a living nightmare to deal with once we get to him. Forgetting, like, how to actually progress past this point, though. Let's go down here. So you're basically wanting to use cover to avoid his Gatling gun. Woo! But once we're in a place like this, then we can explore a little bit. Let's heal up a little bit too. And then also there's these explosive barrels, which if he hits them with the Gatling gun, they will explode. He's going to want to do it right here. Yep. No, 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 no. No! Dude's body was literally blocking me from killing that other guy. Okay. So, yeah, he's up there firing a Gatling gun way at the top of that clock tower. And these things will still explode. Oh my god, that was horrible. Just barely survived, actually. Okay, let's go... yeah, let's go this way. So basically, we're just trying to close the gap to him as quickly as possible. And then we can deal with him, but like I said, he's also a freaking nightmare to deal with. Oh my god. There's something behind me. Oh! No! How did that miss? Oh my god. Oh boy. Okay. This is super weird. Okay, this guy's one shot. I don't know how that other long-range attack missed him. It was actually insane. Okay, so I think... Are we safe now? He's literally right there. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I saw those bullets coming down. All right, let's heal. I'm just going to run directly under him. Oh my god, Mom. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, let's go. Okay, so how do we want to do this? This guy is up there, but he's a literal nightmare to deal with. There's also a thing where basically if you come in from the bottom, there's a way to come in from the bottom. I think if you come here later, get hit by the sack dude, and then get taken to the jail. Is that what it is? Because then you can start at the bottom and then come up the other way and then talk to this guy, and then he's your friend if you come from behind. However, we're definitely not doing that here. So... a way to do it is basically get to the top and then immediately start shooting him. If we have to fight him in a one-on-one fight, he's probably just going to win because he is so, like, tanky. It's crazy. Also, his friend is right there, too. So I guess we'll try to do the cheap way to kill him. This is one of those things. I don't like doing cheap things, but, like, this is one of those things where this guy is so annoying. I honestly don't mind it. There is a strategy. If we get lucky... we can make it happen, but I think we got literally one shot at it, or maybe we can quit out. Yeah, maybe that's the best way to do it. So basically the strategy is climb to the top, lock onto him, fire the gun twice to push him off the edge and insta-kill him. Otherwise, he has like 1,000,000 HP, basically, and he's just super annoying. So we'll give it a shot. See if we get lucky. Because if he dodges the shots, it's basically not going to work. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to lock onto him. Shoot him once. Shoot him again. Ooh! Oh! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! He's literally on the edge! He's getting stuck! Oh my god. Wow. Okay, we did it. And I think we get blood echoes, don't we? Yeah. 875 blood echoes. I cannot believe... that, like, never works for me anymore. I cannot believe that worked. Okay. So let's exit. I think it's the same thing as the dude in Dark Souls 1 where if we reload, he'll be there with his drops. Slice and dice him. Alright, so let's continue that. Cool. This is how the old school Dark Souls games worked, where basically, yeah, if a guy falls like that, you can pick up his item, it'll reload. So the powder keg hunter badge, which then will let us use the stake driver, which is a super interesting weapon, but it's like very difficult to use as well. So yeah, you can befriend this guy. Literally nobody ever does it because it's so bizarre. You have to come from, like I said, the back way, which is extremely confusing to do if you don't know this game in and out. And then he will befriend you, which is cool. It's not necessary, but if you want to do every single thing, it is. Where does that go? What is that? That must be like a sea, or is that just going to kill me if I fall down there? No, because like it's wanting me to go here. What is this? Oh. I never come into this place this way. Interesting. I wonder if you can get an item like this. I've definitely done this before, but I'm forgetting. Are bullets unlimited? No. The big thing with this game is your healing and your bullets are limited, so it can be very annoying if you basically just get walled and killed constantly. because then you have to grind for more, which is a rite of passage for any Bloodborne player, basically. What you can do is you can actually press up on the D-pad to use your own HP to get, like, 5 temporary bullets. And that can come super in clutch when you need them, because bullets are massively helpful in this game, especially for parrying. But yeah, like right now we have no bullets. We have 1. So what I need to do is basically get a decent amount of blood echoes and then go back and then buy some, because having no bullets in this game, if you're going for parries, which is very strong, is super duper helpful. Okay, let's go down here. Yo, what up? The dyslexic reader. Yes, indeed. All good thus far. Throwing off my balance while I'm on my walking pad. Yeah, I've never had that sort of... I've never had that sort of thing with the motion stuff with video games, but a lot of people mention it. The only time I've ever experienced that sort of thing is with VR. And like only certain games that change the motion to be really weird, if that makes sense. But I know what you mean, because I've heard about that a lot. All right, let's do a running jump over here. Yeah! Yeah, there's tons of items up here that I feel like I missed most of my playthroughs. Bloody messenger head bandage. Oh, yeah. That's just a cosmetic. Watching your character walk and move is making my brain think it's me. Yeah, see, like I said, I always hear people mention that sort of thing, and I've never experienced that outside of... There's like a Spider-Man free VR game where like they didn't do the motion tracking correctly or whatever, and that... I had that sort of like experience. It was very... What's the word? Disorientating. Disorienting? Disorienting? Where does it want me to fall down here? Is it this way? I don't see like a place that's going to deal massive damage to us. I guess it's that literal 1 plank. How bizarre. Okay, as soon as we fall down here, this is going to be a nightmare to deal with. Your video's been getting me by lately, bro. Thanks for being yourself. I had the stomach flu, and I binge-watched your New Vegas playthrough while suffering all day in bed. Oh, my God. Been there, man. I read Vegas ahead of time, and I was like, I remember when I was in Vegas, literal Vegas, and I was sick as hell. And I was about to be like, been there. Yeah, my pleasure, man. Oh, God. I almost fell off. I'm glad to help out in some small way. Thanks for watching. What? No, I missed it. Okay, we're still gonna live. Oh God. Okay. They're basically doing some horrible ritual, and they're all going to charge me now. Also, because they have red eyes, I think they're stronger. Hold on. This is the problem with dealing with any multiple things in Bloodborne. Okay, we gotta get... God, you little punks. Jesus. I need one of you to die. You can't all be at, like, 1 hit. Come on. It's, like, ludicrous. Okay. Like, all, like, literally 1 or 2 hits. Stop! Ooh, we got the big boy over here, too. Alright, come on. What the hell? Talk about an extended hitbox. My God, he like did the animation. It kept going on for another 3 years. Okay, then there was you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. Still got like 50,000 people coming over here. Epic moves. Woo! Okay. Yeah, that room is a living nightmare. I don't know mechanically what these guys do because they shriek and they're doing something. They're like buffing each other up or something like that. I forget. But yeah, they're super freaking annoying, obviously. There's so much shit we gotta go collect, but we'll start by going back up here. Okay, so this is the gate where basically we went up to Jura, which is a really cool name, D-J-U-R-A, and then shot him off the ledge. So that's where we are now. Now, he's got a partner over here who is much easier to deal with, but still annoying. So we're going to have to be careful. This guy right here. Hunter fights in Bloodborne are always scary. Because it's basically, I mean, if you ever played any Soul stuff, you know. Any sort of NPC fights are typically way harder. Now we can parry him, but he's a bit of a annoying guy to deal with. We've got one shot left, so I'm going to try to parry him if I can. Missed the parry. Alright, let's heal here. Whoa! Whoa, look at him go! Ooh, maybe we can get him against a wall. That would probably be good. What are you doing? Where are you going? What the hell is this guy doing? So right now I'm out of bullets, but what I could do is I could press up on the D-pad and hurt myself to get more, which honestly might be worth it. But then I have to immediately heal. Ooh! See, he's just got so much HP. So what I did there was 1, 2, 3 normal attacks and then a transform attack, which is always good to weave in. That hurt. Okay, so I'm going to use my bullets here. So now I have 5 temporary bullets. So we can try to parry him, which will be huge if we land it. Oh, he can heal too. Son of a bitch. Come on. What? It's like another football stadium away from that hitbox. What? Oh, shit. He got me. He parried me. Okay. Come on, you little punk. Yeah, this is such a weird fight because of the smoke, too. It's like so hard to see him. Jesus Christ. Luckily, he just doesn't deal that much damage, which is kind of the nice thing. I'm trying to look for a parry, but he's just so fast. Okay, I got one more shot. If we can land a parry, it would be huge. Oh, come on. How is that not a parry? Oh, Jesus Christ. This looks so difficult. Just like a bee that's like constantly stinging in the air and you just can't close the distance. Come on. Come on. So close. Jesus Christ, I've had to use like all of my resources here. Yeah, any hunter one-on-one fight is just such a nightmare like that. They're just like, they have so much HP. I think that's really what it is. Like in Bloodborne specifically, they give the other hunters, like, you have to hit them 100,000 times compared to them hitting you, like, you know, 4 or 5 times. Okay. We used so many bullets and so many heals there, but oh well. Ow! Leave me alone, man. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've sacrificed. All my bullets and my heels are gone, and you're not being very nice, and all I hear are screams. Oh! Whoa! All I hear are screams. Just let me close my eyes. Whew. Crushed it. Kinda. That was a very messy fight, but I'm glad we got it. Because once they're dead, they're dead. They don't respawn, which is why I'm trying to get them dead. What's up, Liquid? Welcome in. Yeah, it's a lot like boxing, honestly. All I hear are screams. Screams. So there's a secret spot. I think it's that right there. This place is kind of annoying to explore just because there's like 100,000 different like ledges and stuff. So the question is, how do we want to do this? Because now we can explore all the way back where he was shooting us. Because he's not going to be shooting us anymore. Just let me close my eyes. Okay. Now we gotta be careful because there's 100 of these little zombie guys everywhere. Still one more. Oh my god. And all I hear are screams. This life is amazing. Okay. So the question is, how much can we work our way upwards from here? We don't need the items, but I just like to get them all. Cold Blood Dew. Let's go back this way. This was the big room with the exploding things that he was shooting. I don't think you can go up this spiral staircase. I think that's that. How much longer till our luck runs out? Okay, and then over this way we might have missed something. Yeah. Fire paper, which is actually huge because we can put that onto this weapon to add fire, and it really does do a lot of extra damage, especially against things that are weak to said fire. Okay, and then I think there's like basically one drop off we missed, if I remember correctly. Might be over here. Maybe? No. So then if we go back over here, maybe up these stairs. There's this ladder. And where does this ladder go? Does it link back up to... Yeah, that's where we just fought that dude, right? Yeah. So that's good. Okay, so that connects that. I think right here is the drop-off, and I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything up. Miss anything else back up here. Because this is about where we started. Yeah, so he hadn't even been shooting us at this point. So we would have gotten everything. And we can drop down there. That might be... There's basically like two really weird drop-offs. I forget how they connect. And there's also this stairs here too. Where does the stairs go? Oh, yeah, back to here. Okay. So, let's start by going up to here real quick. And we're going to drop off here. Even though I think we've been here literally. We were just here. So this doesn't really do anything. Just basically gives you a shortcut. Yeah, so I think as far as I know, we've gotten basically everything up until this point. But like I said, there is a very, very hidden drop-off that actually has something really cool that I definitely want. And I think it's actually useful, too, if I remember correctly. How much longer till our luck runs out? How much longer to Papi Papu? Okay, this is just where we fought that dude. So then, if we come back over to where he was and go over here... Yeah, this right here. All right. So I think what we have to do is we have to roll onto that. Yeah, so let's just not overthink it. Okay. And I don't think we can get over there, and even if we can, I don't think there's anything we care about. So then I think we're dropping down onto that. Ooh, okay. Looks like that's all right. Yeah, here we go. So super duper hidden zone right here. extremely easy to miss if you don't know about it. We have the lantern on, right? Yes. Okay. We only have 5 heals left, so we got to be careful. Because I don't remember exactly what's in here. Let's grab this. Blood vial. Ooh, nice. Overcommitting. Okay, hello. Ooh, okay. They're also giving us slow poison. There's like slow and fast poison in this game. So we got to be careful to not let that bar fill up all the way. Something's running over. Yep. Okay, we got 2 more guys creeping over. Let's get this guy dead. Hello. Okay. Antidotes, which are going to be super helpful, actually, for an upcoming boss. Alright, they just keep coming and coming and coming. Let's grab this. Oop. Okay, so that's really good because we just got all of our blood vials back. Now, there's a chest right here. Not what I was looking for. I think there's another chest in this room somewhere. Oh. Rifle spear. Ooh. That could be a new weapon to use. A lot of the weapons have like a gun mechanic, and I feel like they're usually weaker because you're getting a gun and getting a gun blade like from Final Fantasy VIII, basically. So I don't think a lot of those are good, but let's take a look at it, though. The red moon hangs low, and beasts rule the streets. Are we left no other choice than to burn it all to cinders? There's always a choice. Okay, what do you have? Yeah, the charred set. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I think there's like a top hat around here too, which is supposed to go with the charred set, so hopefully we wouldn't miss that. Now, the charred set is sick as hell. Oh, we have a top hat. Top hat, interesting. So the charred hunter garb gives you actual fire resistance. I don't think it's like amazing, but it looks really cool. It's very like charred, go figure. So now we have a much cooler cape. Yeah, and actually the normal hunter hat goes super well with this too. It's all about fashion souls, as we know. Now, I want to take a look at that rifle spear, which we cannot wield because we need 9 arcane. Or 9 blood tinge. A trick weapon crafted by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs, a prototype weapon serving as a simple firearm, and spear possibly created in imitation of a lost Canehurst weapon. Ah, yeah. Which I think is the Reiter Spalak, which is another, like, gun weapon. Lacks any notable function, saving that it is the only trick weapon with an attached gun. So basically what the game is telling me is, like, that's a shittier version of the Reiter Spalak, so we should just wait to get that, is what I'm hearing there. Okay, cool. So then, that goes back down, and we didn't go this way, which is the massive temple underneath Jura. Okay, and yeah, they're doing something in here. I don't know exactly what they do, but they, when their eyes are red, they're, like, buffed or something? I forget exactly what that means. You might be able to do that attack when he's buffed, because, like, the big ones... Whoa! The big ones shriek. In the specific temple, the big ones shriek, and then they, like, buff the other ones, but I don't know exactly what they do. Ba, 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 ba. But it looks so cool. The rifle spear? It does look cool. I'll say there's a million other way cooler weapons in this game, though. I would say, as far as Bloodborne goes, that's pretty basic. But it does look cool. I agree. Okay, so then if we go this way, we can drop down there. You see, like, what are they doing? I don't know what that does. It does something bad. Also, notice the chandelier in the middle here has a red tarped, although it's not red. I think that's its skin, as we'll find out very soon. It's like a beast hung up with, like, its skin flapping about, which they're either worshipping or reveling in killing or something. I don't know. I'm not the lore guy. Okay, so let's go this way. We got an item in the corner. Antidotes, which again are going to be super good. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and slot those because I'm definitely going to forget to do that, and that's very, very, very helpful. And also, do we have a pungent blood cocktail? Yes, these are also super helpful. Basically act as the alluring skulls from Dark Souls. Hello! 1, 2, 3. Transform attack, boop. Transform attack, boop. Thank you. Yeah, I want to start adding commands like that. How do I... It's Nightbot, right? Do I have permission to add commands? You would. I don't know if you can through YouTube. Because it's through Nightbot, which I don't know if Nightbot, like, talks to YouTube to, like, let moderators do it. But if that's a thing, I'll definitely add it. However... Yeah, I want to start adding some personality to the stream, so if you guys got any ideas, feel free to lay them on me, and I'll just add them on the fly. Because I think I have to do it through Nightbot. How much longer till my luck runs out? Yeah, because we only have one command right now, but I'll add a new one. Exclamation point lore. Not the lore guy. Required user level everyone. Show advanced settings. Cooldown. We'll just put it as like 30 seconds. Okay, that should work. I might have to give it a second. Do beep ba ba. You rely on it, and then we die on it. Okay. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, shit. So, like, one hit from him and we're already halfway to being poisoned. All right, come here, buddy. Come here. What you got? What you got? What you got? Bop, bop. So, yeah, again, in Bloodborne, it's so cool because you have your standard Dark Souls light attack with R1 and then heavy attack with R2 and then charged heavy attack with hold R2. But you also have transform attacks. Like, if you tap L1 in between those... It'll basically transform the weapon into its second form, and then it'll deal even extra damage, because there's, like, transform, attack, damage, modifiers. I forget how it works, like, because there's beast blood pellets that you can take, which I think increase the damage you're dealing as you transform the weapon. So it's actually really cool. I love that about Bloodborne. Okay, now we get this. Ritual Blood, which is for the Chalice dungeons, which is a whole thing. In this game, there are Chalice dungeons. We missed an item right there, so let's try to go get that. So yeah, in Bloodborne, there's controversial Chalice dungeons where basically you have to find chalices, and then this unlocks, like, randomly generated dungeons where there are unique bosses, but you have to go through a bunch of random generated BS to get them. It's really grindy. It's really boring. Basically, if you do the whole thing one time, you'd pretty much never want to do them again. I'm considering going through and doing all them for this playthrough just because I would like to guide those bosses, but they're just a massive pain in the ass to get to, and most people probably never even do them. But yeah, that is a thing. That Ritual Blood we just got there kind of applies to that. There's a lot of items that trigger starting Chalice dungeons, which are pretty lame to get if you're not going for them because they're basically useless, but that is, in fact, a thing. Okay, so here, Cold Blood Dew. How did that not trigger? That should trigger. I think Nightbot and YouTube kind of take forever to, like, work, basically. So it might just take forever to, like, actually link up, because it is linked to... Yeah, it should work. It just might take a bit. Because if I do this command, I think it'll work, right? Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Nightbot's weird. I remember it being, like, crazy delayed before. Spears after Stormlight. Same. I've always liked spears as a weapon, and then when, what's his name? Kaladin? God, it's been so long. Yeah, when Kaladin, like, was good with the spear, I was like, oh, hell yeah, that's one of my favorite, like, basic martial weapons. Which, I'm trying to think. There are... Is that the only spear in Bloodborne? Because the weapons in Bloodborne are highly unique. Is there no other spear? It feels like there has to be. Okay! Thank you! God, these things are so annoying. Is there no other spear in Bloodborne, really? Is it only the rifle spear? I would totally use it if it was like just a normal martial weapon, but the fact... anything in Bloodborne that adds a gun component within the weapon usually just means you're taking a hit on the melee component, which I don't like at all because I like the melee stuff in Bloodborne. Although there is a DLC weapon called Simon's Bow Blade, which acts as a blade and also a bow. Go figure. And that weapon is actually super cool. If you scale it right, I think it's extremely strong. If I remember correctly. Or it could be the exact opposite and terrible. I'm forgetting. Okay, I think there's a scurrying beast around here, which we definitely want to grab because they give us upgrade mats. I think it's that right there. Is it you? It's you! No, it's not you. You're just a normie. Gross. Get away from me. There's definitely a scurrying beast around here. Hopefully it didn't already scurry off and disappear. Like, my brain is like, yes, 100% there is. Alright, things are about to get crazy difficult now because of these... Yeah, there's definitely a scurrying beast here, right? I think I'm going to quit out. I don't think that works in Bloodborne if I remember correctly, but I'm going to try it. Please don't do this. Yo, what's up, E-Lad? Chalice dungeons were not my favorite. They're just, to me, it's like I said, I don't like randomly generated stuff ever. And if you're doing randomly generated stuff, you know, to me, it's just got to be like The Binding of Isaac or any sort of roguelike where it's kind of, that's necessary, like Hades. It's fine. Like, that's fine. Oh, yep, look at that. It does work. Ha ha ha! I am the wind, tossing and turning. I am the man who grabs the bloodstone shards now. Anyways, yeah, like Hades and stuff like that, that's fine. Anything else that's randomly generated in a design... Like, the thing that I love about the Soulsborne games is that they're linearly designed. You kind of take in each area and then fight the boss. It's so fun. So then when you add, like, randomly generated crap to that, it's just like, okay, I don't get anything out of that at all. Same problem with Starfield, as I've said a million times. So, yeah, I don't like the Chalice dungeons. I like the bosses, and I like some things that, like, they put, like, weird shit in there. Like, there's a wedding ring that you can get that does this whole, like, weird interaction where you marry this, like, blood princess or whatever. That's cool. Like, I like the weird little things they did, but you have to, like, go through slop to get to it. You know what I mean? Which is kind of lame. I am the wind, tossing and turning. Last Bloodborne playthrough was 6 years ago. We definitely did one before that. Oh, you mean like the YouTube 100%? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. But we've definitely done like a Twitch at least playthrough before that. By the way, so this door right here links up to the Hypogean jail. Later on, you can get intentionally killed by a guy with a sack. They're insanely strong enemies. And then you'll be transported to the Hypogean jail. And then if you go through it and kill the boss there, you can link that up here. Now, if I remember correctly, if you progress the game enough to where you don't kill this upcoming boss, and then you do that instead, you basically get killed. Yeah. So you do a different boss, and then you get killed by a sack boy, and then you go to the jail, and then you break out, fight the boss, and then come through this door to get here. That, oh my god! That is how you befriend Jura. Which is a very, very weird interaction. And you also get, like, a emote from it. So if you're trying to do everything, it's a big pain in the ass because you have to do that to get an emote. So just FYI. You started to play through a week after I started to play the game, although it took me 5 or 6 years to beat it. Bloodborne's no joke, man. I mean, still to this day. It's like Sekiro. You kind of have to get into the flow of it and feel like how it plays. And it's difficult. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Welcome in. I am the wind, killing this wolf now. I slash him with my blades, that's what I do. Whoop. Okay, it's one hit. Let's not be greedy. We'll just wait for him to move, and then we will react. Go. Take a look right here in this bag. Wish I could stay. Love Bloodborne. Crazy to think this wasn't long after DS2 was made. Got a decent bit of time to study in uni right now. Catching up on the Oblivion series has been great. Hey, thanks for watching. Glad you like it, Kevin. And no worries. Study, study, study. Get them good grades. We've got the sounds too easy. What's the catch? Ha ha ha! Oh my god! I knew he was coming too, but I didn't think he would damage me on the explosion there. All right, let's go, Mr. Wolf. So you can see that was 3 normal attacks, 3 R1s, R1, 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 into an L1 transform attack, and then into another L1 transform attack. And with the transform attacks, they just deal so much damage, which is a big thing for new players of Bloodborne. Like, a lot of new players do not realize that. I didn't use transform attacks for, like, forever. But they're so good. They deal so much damage. Daughter of Abritus was a big roadblock for me, and the Defile... Oh, my God, yeah. The Defiled Amygdala, or whatever it's called. Yeah, that's one of the dumbest bosses ever put into a game. Ever. Hands down. For anybody that doesn't know, one of the Chalice dungeon bosses... There's basically, if I remember correctly, there's like curses where you just have to rinse and repeat all these stupid Chalice dungeons. And then there's cursed versions where you have to go through, if you want to do everything, if you want to get all the trophies and stuff. There's cursed versions of the dungeons where your, like, HP is, like, reduced or something like that. And then there is a boss called Amygdala, which we'll see later. And in one of them, it's infamous. But, like, yeah, your HP is so reduced that if it ever touches you, you just die instantly. And it's so dumb. It's genuinely one of the dumbest things ever added to a Soulsborne game, in my opinion. And everybody hates it. It's really stupid. Because I'm not a big fan of, like, you make one mistake, it's all over. I think that's really stupid game design, and I hate that. Unless, like, you know, outside of very specific instances. But yeah, it's horrible. I remember that shit. Okay, so then that links back up to the lamp. So now we've got the mega shortcut linked up, and we have tons and tons and tons of blood echoes, so we need to go spend those as well. Something I've continued to struggle to get used to. You just work on... Yeah, because it adds a layer that I don't want to think. Like, when me and my friends play Magic the Gathering, I want to play straightforward shit. I want to think of, like, 100,000 things. Kodami is the exact opposite. He loves making 50,000 things on the board and then them all interacting with each other, which to me is a literal nightmare headache. So same thing with transform attacks in Bloodborne. It's like you got to add an extra layer of, like, thinking to it. But once you do start using them, it's a bit addicting, honestly. They're really, really, really helpful in terms of dealing damage. Okay, so I think we got 2 more wolves coming up. One's the... Yeah, this guy over here. So I think that guy right there is buffing the wolves, which is the point of him. Like, he increases the damage of the wolves, I do believe. So we gotta be careful now. Sounds too easy. What's the catch? Ha ha ha! By the time I had kept grinded to have health and damage to beat that Amygdala, I went to go finish Murgo's Wet Nurse and the ending bosses. I was way OP. Yeah, it's just stupid. There's no reason that boss needs to exist. And that kind of extends to Elden Ring with some of the more grindy, like, repetitive bosses, which I am not a fan of. Okay, see, this guy's got red eyes, so he's tougher. Okay, not bad, not bad. What's up? Caderdeli? Could you help me defeat Rom? I could give you tips. Yeah, Rom the vacuous spider, annoying as hell. Basically, because I was thinking about how to guide that boss when I was gonna come up to it. With Rom, you basically have, like, 2 options. You can just go as ham as possible and try to get in there and deal as much damage. If you actually deal enough damage while it's disappearing, you'll interrupt the disappear. It's very hard to trigger, But basically, if you get in there and just, like, go absolutely ham, I think you have to use, like, beast blood pellets to increase your damage, and then you just keep attacking, like, transforming your weapon. It's very hard to trigger, but if you could do it, if you could deal enough damage, you will cause her to stop disappearing, which is actually huge. Honestly, the best way to deal with Rom is to literally just bite the bullet and, no. The best way to deal with Rom is to literally bite the bullet and just slowly take care of each of the spiders so that you don't have to deal with them, because they just deal so much damage. They will just mess you up if they hit you. So yeah, what I like to do is, like, make sure, with Rom, the biggest thing is, like, making sure your weapon is upgraded enough to where you're actually dealing good damage, and then slowly skirt around the spiders and attack at their legs, like, from the sides, and just always be moving. And then, like, once you take them all out, then go for Rom, deal as much damage as possible. She'll disappear, reappear, and then spawn more spiders. It's really just a thing of, like, just be patient and slowly take out all the spiders. You can also just try to go as ham as possible attacking Rom herself, but honestly, that is way harder and more frustrating because inevitably you're going to get hit by a spider and then just die. So, yeah, I would say slowly but surely take out all the little spiders. Get in as much damage as possible. Always be moving because Rom will hit you with her big magical spells. But it's a pain in the ass. It's a really annoying fight. Oh, hello. Ow! So right there, you saw 3 attacks and then 2 transform attacks. It just kills it instantly. It's the power of transforming, baby. So disappointed that both times I played Roxana, I missed a win by literally 1 turn. Well, yeah, but I still had counters, you know. That's assuming we would have done nothing in the interim and you would have gotten, which is the big thing with Magic, obviously, like, you know, since it's so moment to moment, anything can happen, but, because I think at that point I still had Swan Song, right? Or maybe I'm thinking of a different moment. So I definitely would have countered something. Also, there was another big play you did that I just was totally spacing out and I literally could have countered it. And then I was like, why didn't I do that? That was so stupid. But yeah, that's a really cool commander. I like her flavor-wise, and I like her effect. The way you play her is yeah, absolutely not my style, just because you got to think of 100,000 things. But I love the meteor flavor and all that stuff. It's so cool. I've been trying for 2 hours. I need help. Who can help me? I mean, I can't play for you, but I just described all the tips that help me fight Rom. Okay, so by the way, you can summon Alfred here to help you. There are NPC summons to help you fight bosses in this game, FYI. Also, there's people hiding in here. Hi-ya! Countered either Doubling Season or my commander. There was one play that you did that would have been an easy counter, and I literally just was not paying attention. It was either you playing your commander or doing something where I was just like, why didn't I don't think it was Doubling Season, because by the time you had that developed, I don't think I countered it when you played it, and I don't think I could have destroyed it. There was just something like, yeah, near the end of the game that I was like, why didn't I counter that? That was so dumb. And it was a 2-mana counter. I think it was just like counter spell or something. That was my big mistake. But the way Nick was able to, like, kill you in that turn, I was like, holy shit. Because I didn't see that coming. Hi-ya! We've got the one ba ba beep ba ba boo ba beep ba beep ba ba boo ba beep beep. Okay. That is officially everything up until the boss here. So what we probably should do is go back and spend all these blood echoes, because we do have the shortcut unlocked. So let's do that. Bold Hunter Mark, yes. Only Magic I played was not Commander. If you're interested, try Commander. There's nothing really like it. When I first was described like what it was and how it played, I was like, what? How does that even work? Huh? And then like once you start playing it, you're like, oh yeah, it's really ingenious how it like all ties together. I think it's the most fun. I would love to love Standard, but when I play Standard like online, it's It's really annoying. It falls into the same problem that like a lot of card games fall into, where basically, oh, I play this thing. Okay, my opponent removes it. Okay, then I play this other thing. Oh, my opponent removes it. Okay, I play 3 things. Oh, my opponent wipes the board. It's like, okay, what's the point? It's so annoying. I hate it. But Commander is like you're playing typically with, 2 to 3 to 4 other people, so then there's a lot more playability. There are still counters and removal, obviously, but it's a lot more like you can actually do stuff compared to the current state of Standard, because I'm new to Magic, so I don't know what it used to be like. But right now, like, grinding Standard wins is just annoying as shit. It's like I can never play anything. Everyone just counters everything. Like, okay. That seems to be the meta, which is highly annoying to me. Alright. So then, I guess we should upgrade this weapon. We are somewhat close to getting the next weapon that I want, which is super fun and cool, and I haven't used it since I first played this game. Repair weapons. Fortify weapons. Saw cleaver +2. Because he's used the rifle spear. Let me look up. I don't think this weapon is good, but is the rifle spear good? A big problem with Bloodborne is that the saw cleaver exists. Too true. Yeah, it seems like it's meh. And I'm definitely not going to use the gun mode anyways. So I think we stick with the saw cleaver. Bloodstone shards, we have quite a lot of these. So yeah, let's upgrade it. And now we need twin bloodstone. Okay, so that's perfect. We're not going to upgrade the weapon. Let's use blood gem fortification. So here we want the most strong effects here. So physical attack. So this goes up. Charge attack's up as well. Nice. So let's do you. Wait. So we're looking for the blue numbers, basically. So we got 2 blue numbers here, this one. Nice. Okay. And then this we still can't do. So let's go back and level up now. What was the requirements on that other weapon? I think it was 15 and 12.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me...
Sounds too easy. What's the catch? Ha ha ha. So let's get this to 20. Let's get health to 15. Perfect. Just about a perfect level up. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, now let's go back to Old Yarnum. It got so much less salty after that. Now, if there's a person who plays a counter deck and doesn't let me play my deck, that's a bit more salty. Wouldn't know anyone like that. Hey, my favorite color is blue. I'm all about blue in real life. I think playing one blue deck once is decent compared to the ultimate nightmare version of me, which would just be a mono blue player forever, which I literally don't enjoy. Like, it's funny because, like, I always go for blue in everything that I do or play or any whatever. Like, blue is always the thing that I gravitate to, but playing mono blue in Magic is so... It's genuinely just not fun for me. It's not fun to just say no to everybody with whatever they want to do. So I saw that commander, and I said, hey, that seems fun, and Josh and I talked about it when, we were first looking at commanders, and I was like, oh, yeah. So I had to try it once. I had to just try it once. And now the storm's over, and I'll go back to playing Dimir like a good boy. How's gym and diet going? Great. Yep, still haven't missed a gym day. Gonna go later today. Diet has been fine. I want to shed a little more weight. During the holidays, I put on a little bit. Nothing crazy or anything like that. It's just I don't want to get into bad habits pretty much. So, yeah, I definitely want to focus more on cooking healthy meals again. But basically just maintaining. I mean, nothing crazy or weird. Just pretty much maintaining my weight and trying to build muscle. But that's all going good. Consistent. Whoop. What's up, El Kingy? Welcome in. Keep... No, I know you're kidding. What's up, Dark Thane? What weapon are you thinking about overall? Probably Ludwig's Holy Blade, because the point of this playthrough is to guide for new players. So I don't want to use anything too flashy that's not really going to help people, so I definitely want to just use a weapon that, like, hits things in the head. But I also want to make it interesting, so I think I'm going to switch to Ludwig's Holy Blade when we have access to it. Because the Saw Cleaver, while being amazing, is a little boring to me, basically. What's up, Danka Wanka? Welcome in. Alright, so here's the boss. I basically just need to learn it. So I think I'm just going to try to practice it. From what I remember, you just basically stick to its left side, and that pretty much works most of the time. But let's practice him a little bit. Or her? I think this is a her, isn't it? It's the blood-starved beast! Oh, God, no! Oh, my lord! Oh, it's so crazy! Oh, God. Wow. We were dealing so much damage to this. Yeah, you just hug to its left, right? That's the whole thing with this thing. Oh, my God! Oh! Oh! And I'm just going to go into phase 2 eventually. I'm going to grab this item back here. Hidden away. Antidotes. Phase 2, right? Yeah, BSB is not too bad at all once you get used to it. Phase 3. I think now it deals AoE poison, doesn't it? Bomb, bomb. Oh, you just have to wait it out? Is that it? No, you get poison when you're near it. So wait, does it run out? Oh my god, it just poisons you? What the hell? Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's relatively easy. It's just I need to learn what the poison mechanic is because I've never really truly learned it. I think you just like have to wait it out for the aura to go away, if I remember correctly. It's weird, but I'm gonna look it up. Bow, 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 bow. Oh yeah, the saw cleaver is amazing. It's just like the default weapon, and I'm always extra. I gotta go for like something a little more exciting. Yeah, from what I remember, it's weak to fire, so you can use fire paper, which is huge. You can also use Molotovs, which are huge, but then also the pungent blood cocktail, it will distract it. So you can literally just sit there, throw them into the corner, and it will just constantly go after it, which is what speedrunners do, with the beast blood pellet to increase their damage. But I'll probably show that. I just won't rely on it. And then otherwise, yeah, just sticking to the left kind of always destroys it. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, I'm hoping the Holy Blade isn't too good, because the idea with all my guides is to, like, you know, show a realistic example of a boss fight. So if it just turns out to be, like, too powerful, I'll probably switch it. Maybe to the boom hammer. Have I ever used the boom hammer? I feel like I tried once. Yeah, because the boom hammer's fun, and not considered that great, I don't think, but it's a cool weapon. All right. Well, I think I'm ready to guide. This thing is relatively easy. I'm going to look up blood-starved beast because I just have to figure out what the deal with the poison is. Bum, bum, ba, ba. Weak to fire. Strong against arcane and bolt. Several antidotes, right. In all 3 stages, it can be parried. Oh, interesting. I've, like, never parried this thing. Classified as a beast. Okay. Yeah, no side attack staying to the side / behind her. Tends to attack in a succession of 5 or 6 swipes. Have bad tracking. Susceptible to pungent blood cocktail. Black Church set is good for poison resistance. Yarnum Hunter and Gascoigne set good as well. But what is the deal with the poison? In addition to the previous moveset, it gains a couple of attack combos, becomes more aggressive with its attacks. Slow poison liquid now spouts from the beast's body during its attacks. So there's nothing. So you literally always just get poison. Well, that's annoying. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a bathroom break, and then we're going to do a guide for this boss. Be right back. All you gotta do is not open this bag. Yeah, how do you freaking, like, I keep forgetting how you move through different slots. It's down, right? Yeah, down? Yeah. I keep forgetting. I always forget that in Bloodborne. So yeah, we'll do pungents, and then I'll switch over to the antidotes. Okay. All right, I'm going to make a guide, folks, so I will return to you in just a moment. One, two, three, exit. Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome to another Bloodborne guide in the year 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Blood-Starved Beast. This is basically at the bottom of Old Yarnum. This boss has always been relatively... people hate when I call anything easy in these games, and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to be like, you know, I'm not trying to be egotistical. I'm just saying, like, in the grand scheme of things, some bosses are easier than others and stuff like that. Anyways, I've always considered this boss, like, relatively easy compared to everything else in Bloodborne, because, like, once you know the tricks, it's honestly just not that bad. I'm going to show you the route, how to get back to the Blood-Starved Beast. There's a lot of things with this boss. First of all, it is weak to fire, as a lot of beasts are. So if you have fire paper, which we do, but I'm not going to use it because honestly, we will just destroy it if I use that. If you have fire paper, you can use that to put fire onto your weapon. Saw cleaver, or the weapon that we're using here, which I'll show you my build. There's the level and everything like that. And then also we're using this, the saw cleaver +3. Pretty standard for where we are right now in terms of exploring and upgrading. But if you use the fire paper on the saw cleaver, you will shred it. Also, Molotov cocktails, even though it's a little annoying to use because you have to, like, you know, aim and throw them. you will destroy it. Also notice we have the pungent blood cocktails equipped. So the thing with the blood-starved beast is that it is engorged by these things, and if you throw them, it will basically be distracted, and you can deal a lot of damage to it while it's distracted. So these are all things that, honestly, I don't even think you really need because the BSB is not that hard. The main thing is it always attacks in front of it. So if you just stand to the sides or behind it, you'll basically never get hit. Like, you'll still get hit because it's a Soulsborne game, but what I mean is, like, it's very side and back weak. So you obviously don't even need the fire and the pungent blood cocktails, but you can use them if you want, obviously. Outside of that, when it enters the third phase, it will constantly issue poison, and that's really annoying. So basically what you have to do is find some antidotes and then use them to, like, not get poisoned, because that will kill you extremely fast. And last tip is you can parry this thing as well. So a lot of its attacks, you can parry it. That's not usually how I fight this, just because, like I said, you don't really have to. So I'm going to show the pungent blood cocktail effect too, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so as usual, I'm going to try to grab my blood echoes. Usually I have died at some point because I'm trying to practice the boss until I'm very, very good at the boss, or at least can show most of its stuff and everything like that. Now, I'm going to throw a pungent blood cocktail to show you what I mean. So as soon as we throw it, you can see it diverts its attention. Now, it lasts for a very short time, so keep that in mind, but it is something that you can do. Now I'm going to hover over to the antidotes, because we definitely will need them. So basically, all it does is just loads up attacks with its claw, and then if we just dash, like so, we can just basically never get hit. Now, one annoying thing is that the lock-on will disappear. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Caught me off guard with that one. One thing is the lock-on will disappear as it dashes around, and that's super-duper annoying. So keep in mind, you're going to have to, like, re-lock on if you do fight with the lock-on. But as you can see, I'm basically just getting behind it. He's got a big jump attack when he does that. I think it's a female, by the way. I think it's confirmed female. 1, 2, 3. Now with the saw cleaver, it's actually kind of difficult because you have to be very close. There's so many whiffs with this weapon. It's actually kind of annoying, especially when it does the full screen dash. You kind of have to keep, you know, waiting till you're able to hit it. Okay, so we're going to dash into that. I need you to stop just doing that full screen dash, please. All right, so second phase. Now it adds poison to all of its attacks. So if you get hit, you will start to get poisoned, just as a heads up. But same sort of strategy, basically. Okay. Only one hit there, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to watch it. These pillars obviously play a role, too. All right, it's going to do this big flurry, which is fine. Ugh. The whiffs are so annoying with this. Oh, my God. Yeah, the whiffs are really annoying with this weapon. All right, let's get close to him. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. These pillars are kind of messing me up here. Let's back away a little bit. So I've got my antidotes ready because it is going to start doing... Ooh. Didn't want to get hit there. Okay, that was actually huge. Oh, okay. Bad hit. Okay, so I'm going to pop an antidote. I'm cured immediately. You got me in a really bad spot there. All right. So we're going to wait for it to attack. We're going to heal again. Lock onto it. Dash into him. Now he's going to do this whole flurry. Oh, my God. Okay. Now he might be entering the final phase here. So now he's going to be eschewing poison everywhere. So we got to be careful. When our slow poison... Oh, my God, the lock on. When our slow poison meter fills up, we have to use an antidote. No! I press square. What am I doing? Press square to use an antidote for some reason. All right, we're going to try to get close to him here. Okay, good damage. Now, so yeah, if we get hit, we're going to have to watch out to use an antidote because it's going to stack up very quickly. Okay, good damage here. Let's watch its hands. Okay, gonna do a big area of effect, and then bam, bam, bam. Good hits. All right, this is going pretty well. I'm using antidote just to clear that slow poison meter. I don't know where it's at right now. What are you doing? Okay, let's watch him. Whoa, big old jump. Okay, so you can see now it's doing AoE poison just by being near it. I'm gonna use another antidote just to be safe. Okay, he's at literally 1 HP, but he also got a slow poison on me, so we're not going to be greedy. Gonna back up. Gonna watch him. Gonna dash that. There we go. Pretty clean. Pretty clean. That felt like a really good fight. We also get the Thumaru Chalice, which is a part of the Chalice dungeons. Let me know if you want to see the Chalice dungeons guided. They are very annoying to do, and most people are not even going to do them, but would be something that I would consider. So, yeah, not bad at all if you kind of know what to do. You basically just always want to stick to the sides and behind. It'll basically just always raise that claw up and just attack in front of it. So if you just don't stand in front of it constantly, you'll be able to avoid a lot of the stuff. And then the only other issue is in that last phase. It'll do that AoE poison, and you just want to have those antidotes on hand, or at least just stay far away from it while it's building up that poison meter. And yeah, you're good. And that's not even using the pungent blood cocktails, fire paper, or Molotovs, which also would have just made this, you know, way easier. So hope that guide helped. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe for more in the future. Bye! Okay, that was a really good fight. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, BSB is one of those that, like, I think in the early days it really threw me off. But then after that... it was never really a problem, like, once you kind of get it, you know? Okay, cool. Bow, bow. And then that opens up the way to the next boss, or you can pay 10k blood echoes to basically... open the way early, but there's not really like a reason to do it, I guess, unless you're trying to go a certain route or whatever. There's nothing else to do here, right? Yeah, cool. Let's go back. Ba, 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 ba. What's up, Puchiha? Welcome in. Okay. So, oh yeah, this is something I've never used. Bone Marrow Ash, which increases the damage of your bullets. Yusefka would be good to slot as well. So, what we want to do is get our next weapon as soon as possible. We might be able to get it now or near now.
The Healing Church and the Blood Ministers who belong to it were once guardians of the hunters in the times of the hunter Ludwig. They worked and forged weapons in their unique workshop. Today, most ministers don't recall the hunters, but they have much to offer you. And so, heed the message of your forebears. Ascend to Erden Chapel.
Yeah, which is where our weapon is going to be. I'm trying to remember how quickly you can do that. Can you do that now? Oh, that's right, because, yeah, I remember what that opens. Yeah, because I always forget how this goes. But that's right. So, yeah, killing the Bloodstarved Beast opens the side door in the Erden Chapel. And then you can go and get the weapon that I want to get now.
Ascend from them.
Yes, that's good.
Ascend from...
Okay, so let's go ahead and repair this real quick. And then see if we got a blood gem fortification. Yeah, I'm just worried about the Holy Blade being, like, too good for the guides, but I guess we'll just see. It's not a big deal. We also have a lot of insight. Buy with insight, make trades with messengers using insight, so then we can get... Those don't matter. We can get the gray and ashen stuff and the Gascoigne stuff as well, which don't really matter. What we really need to get is that illustrious, beautiful white cape. I forget where you get it, but it's the coolest looking thing. Okay, let's also level up.
Welcome home. What is it? Very well. Let me.
Probably endurance, honestly, a little bit.
Farewell. May you.
Bye! So let's go back to Cathedral Ward. Yeah. Trying to beat that. It's really a matter of, like, you know, I'm doing a lot of meditation these days. Mindfulness, just not being so reactive, right? Just like literally getting in the zone and realizing it's only attacking in front of you. Yes, it looks scary. Yes, it's very aggressive. But like if you just chill and kind of just know to stay on the sides and behind it and get in hits when you can, like that's I think why that went so well, is just because today's a good day where like I feel like meditation has really, really chilled me out, and it was just easy to get in the zone there. You know what I mean? What's up?
Ah, the hunter.
The hunter.
So that old girl, you told her about this place, right? Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow.
Triumph.
If you find any sane survivors, well, send them along to Erden Chapel, will ya?
Oi, I will, bruv. I will, bruv.
If you find any, send them.
Okay, bye. Used to like Magic, but now I feel it's so microtransactions that I don't even want to try the online game. That's how I felt when I first started. It feels like you don't really get anything when you're grinding the dailies and stuff. But I'll be honest, now after playing like a ton of Magic, I think Arena's pretty good. Like, I've stockpiled so much gold just from dailies and whatever that, honestly, I buy whatever's on sale with the gold. I'm always a free-to-play player. I never put any money into anything that is free, except for League of Legends, like 1 or 2 times. But, yeah, if you do a lot of the dailies in Magic the Gathering Arena, you'll honestly get so much gold. You'll be able to just open up, like, 1 million packs when each new set comes out. But I do remember when I first played Arena, I remember, yeah, it felt like, oh, Magic's so greedy, like, I'm not getting anything, but I don't know. My perspective has changed. Hello.
You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks.
Why are you so mean?
You.
I literally had... Whoa! No, no, no. I thought I was about to, like, kill her. Alright, so killing the Bloodstarved Beast opens up this door, and I think if you pay 10k, just like in Dark Souls 1, you can also buy a crest that opens the door up early. I don't really think there's any reason to do that, but that is a thing. Also, this elevator definitely has a secret in it. I'm trying to remember, so let's see this first. Little pro tip, any sort of like Dark Souls game, always check the elevators every time to see if there's anything below, and then make sure when you're going up the elevator to see if there's any place you can drop out of. That's a thing that happens a handful of times. This one definitely has a dropout, and I think it's back here. Yep. Right there. So always check the sides and everything. Because in the DLC, there's also a thing where, like, you send up the elevator, and then another secret elevator comes up for the Bloodborne DLC. So just always check that shit, which I love. I love that they do that in these games. It's so cool. Okay, so this is the rune I was thinking of earlier. Formless Erden rune, which we can equip to do very minor effects, but then the runes do get more powerful as you go through. And we are above where we just were right now. Messenger Urn Festival, another cosmetic item. Nothing interesting there. And then I think we basically just have to roll down there, don't we? And we can rest at the lamp, but it makes you go back to the Hunter's Dream, so I think I'll just heal and restart. Okay, let's pull this back down. Okay, there's only one secret there, right? Yeah. Another pro tip is whenever you go to the top of an elevator, like reset it by stepping on the button. That way if you die, which is likely in these games, obviously, you don't have to wait for the animation. Oh, you little punk. He clipped me. Alright, Quicksilver bullets, good. Yeah, any enemy that shoots typically has bullets when they die. Communion, which is a rune we can equip to ourselves for minor effects. So yeah, now we're basically looking for a badge. I forget what the badge is called, but we're looking for a certain badge that will let us buy a very cool weapon, which I want to move towards using. There's also one of these scurrying beasts here, so let's kill this before it disappears. He's going to fall down. Oh. Okay, guess we're doing this the hard way. Yeah, you always want to kill these guys, and if they disappear on you, just quit the game and like jump back into it, and it'll respawn basically. Oh god, this part. Okay, this part's so weird. Okay, so there is a very secret zone here. And it's actually really annoying because it's very easy to die trying to access it. So, basically how it works, there is a platform down there. You can kind of see it. You have to land directly on that platform and then fall to that door that's underneath it. Now, the best way to do it, if I remember correctly... Man, look at that. How do you even fall in that? I'm trying to remember the actual spot. Is it here that you're supposed to fall off? Because if you go over here, you're going to... It's like directly below me, but I can't remember if you're supposed to walk to it from here or if you're supposed to walk to it from here. In fact, let me look up a video just so I don't die needlessly. Okay, so he goes onto the middle oh, he just runs off. Wow, okay. So yeah, he goes onto the middle walkway. He looks onto the thing, and he just walks off over to it. Huh. I've never even done that way, because typically you can do a gesture and then walk with the gesture because your guy basically moves slower, and then you'll, like, land on it. But this guy just straight up walks over to it, so I guess I'll try that. It's, like, right there. I'm not even going to think about it. Whee! Woo! First try. Okay. So, yeah, that's a way to do it. I've never even done it that way. It's basically if you hit, I think it's this, and then if you switch this to... Wait, how do you do it? Is it like this? Yeah, so if you do like a gesture, and if you hit point forward, you'll walk slowly, and then you can kind of like walk slowly off of the thing. Bum 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 bum. Yo, Josh, thank you very much for the Tier 2 GV membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I absolutely love that alert, too. Anytime one of these, like, old alerts that I've added 15,000 years ago pop up, it always delights me, because I really put a lot of time into making them interesting and referring to games that I love very much, like Hollow Knight. Thank you very much, Josh. Enjoy the Tier 2 membership. Appreciate it. Abandoned old workshops. Yeah, we got a very secret zone here now. I used to love my green deck when I was a child, and it was Trample City. I'm curious what... Yeah, because I'm new. Like, I'm learning all the magic stuff, but I'm still relatively new to the game, so I'm curious what era that was. Because I'm trying to, like, figure out, you know, what sets came out when and, like, what added what. Because there's certain things like Innistrad that are extremely popular. Because I've learned a lot about Magic over the past X amount of months. But one thing that I'm really bad at is, like, knowing what came from what set and, like, you know, when each set came out and things like that. Okay, so when we go to the Hunter's Dream, we are in, like, a dream version of this place. This, as far as I know, lore-wise, this is, like, the real zone. So we get the Hunter's Bone, which lets us activate it, and then we can dash and, like, basically disappear and reappear. It's really cool, but it also costs Quicksilver bullets to use. We also get the doll set down there. We also get here... Wait, there's something to do, right? Wait, what? I don't even remember the doll being here. What the hell? An abandoned doll. Huh. Okay. So this right here, 1/3 of umbilical cord. Okay, so anybody that doesn't know, this is hugely important. In Bloodborne, there are 4 total 1/3 of umbilical cords. I think you can only, is it like you can only get 3 in one playthrough? There's 4 different ones, and you need to get 3 out of the 4. You also need to consume them, which you can do at any point, I think. And that will let you access the final real boss and like the true ending, because there's like 3 or 4 different endings. So you need to find 3 of these. We just found 1 of them. And like I said, there's 4. So you can basically get an extra one, but you only need 3 total. So that is massively important if you're trying to go for everything in the game. Small hair ornament as well, which we can give to the real doll, or I guess the fake doll. And I think that's everything here, if I remember correctly. Let me double check if I look at the abandoned old workshop. So yeah, doll set, small hair ornament, 1/3 of an umbilical cord, an old hunter's bone. Yep. There's some interesting things there, but just make sure to get the 1/3 of an umbilical cord. Because I think that's like the easiest one to get. The other 2 are kind of annoying, and there's like one that's super annoying, I think. Okay, then we're going to use the lamp. And we're just going to go back to the hunter's dream. Back to the hunter's dream. Now we can give the small hair ornament to her, which I forget what exactly that does, but let's do that.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
So yeah, give small hair ornament.
What? What is this? I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel. A yearning, something I never felt before. What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter. Could this be joy?
Yeah, I thought, I was like, I feel like you get a stone from that. Tear stone.
Welcome. What is it? Over time, countless hunters have visited this dream. The graves here stand in their memory. It all seems so long ago now.
Sorry if this is an obvious question, but this game was made by the same developers as Dark Souls, correct? Yes. So, yeah, it was a weird thing. Basically, Dark Souls 1 came out, and then From Software, who's the developer, had a different director than Hidetaka Miyazaki make Dark Souls 2, which is why Dark Souls 2 feels so weird and different. And then while that was being made, as far as I understand, Bloodborne was being made specifically for Sony, which is why it's only available on PS4 and PS5. So Sony basically, as far as I know, like contracted Hidetaka Miyazaki with, what is it called? What's the company? It was like a sub-company or whatever the hell. But anyways, the point is, like, the same people, the same creative minds made this, but specifically for Sony, which is why it feels exactly the same, just much faster and more aggressive.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find...
Yeah, I would say like Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1, Demon's Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring all feel, you know, like they're part of the same world. Sekiro feels a bit different, and Dark Souls 2 feels a bit different, even though it's in the same sort of, you know, wheelhouse, obviously. Now, that thing we just got, the Tear Stone. This thing, do you just pop it? Is that its only use? I forget. I think it's not great. Yeah, so basically, when I was first playing this game, I had no idea this was a thing. Some people will give you stones, and then you want to actually use them. Like the Tear Stone here, we want to use it. And then we end up getting the Tear Blood Gem. And then that's something that we can put on our weapons like this. And this gives you, like, HP recovery. It's not, like, huge, but actually it might be better than this now that I think about it. So if we put that here, And then if we go around here, this will go up to 25. Yeah, that might be actually decent. So we're only missing out on, what, 2 attack, which is basically nothing. So yeah, our HP will regen. Not a big deal, but it is something. And then we have runes that we can use with this thing, but we have to kill a certain boss to get the tool that will allow us to use it. Okay, so then let's go back to Cathedral. What's up, Firestar? Are you gonna be doing a playthrough of that Switch exclusive Souls game coming out? Looks Bloodborne-esque. I don't know. I honestly don't like multiplayer components to this at all. I like them, like with the invasion mechanics and stuff like that in these games. But yeah, basically Night Rain came out and I dropped off the face of the earth in terms of enjoyment of it. I just don't like these games when they're specifically multiplayer. It's really just not why I play them. So you're talking about Duskbloods, which I think I'm going to look into it. I'm going to look into it and, like, see if it looks, you know, fun, maybe, like, as a solo player. Because, like, Night Rain just wasn't my jam. Right now, I'm going to say no. But in the future, we'll just see. I just got to look at the gameplay and more stuff about it. But yeah, I play these games for the solo component. I really don't get much out of the multiplayer. You know? Which luckily with Elden Ring, you can pretty much do everything solo. Even though it had a bit more multiplayer aspects to it. Okay, so we went down there, but we still have to go all the way down. Let's go all the way to the top now of this. Seen bits and pieces of Dark Souls playthroughs. It looks really fun, but I'm not a skilled enough gamer for those boss fights. I mean, if you're interested... Just like anything else, you practice it, you get good enough, and then it's really honestly a lot more doable than you would think. But if you're the type that don't think that you would enjoy it, then that's absolutely fair too. But, you know, it's honestly, like, these games get a reputation, especially back in the day, that, like, they're too hard to even play and stuff like that, but... Honestly, I don't think that that's fair. They're difficult games, but they're totally, like, learnable. It's really just a matter of patience, basically. Okay, so yeah, we can go all the way to the top of this, or we can go all the way to the bottom. I'm trying to remember, where's the bottom link up? I think it links back up outside, which we don't really care that much about. Hello! Okay, so for these parts, we gotta watch out for these Gatling gun dudes, because they kind of hide in the shadows and then tear you apart once they start hitting you with the bullets. Oh my god! Come in here, sir. Sir, come on over here. Sir, if you could. Right in here. Thanks so much. 1, 2, 3. Transform attack. Whoop. Back up. Switch back. Whoa, my god. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you little punk. You had to just survive with literally no visible HP on your HP bar. Look at you. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Hello. That guy always falls off. Okay, now if we go back this way, where does this go? So what we're trying to find right now, I forget what it's called. It's basically like the Holy Light Badge or something like that, because that will let us buy Ludwig's weapon, which Ludwig in this game's lore is a super, super, super crazy thing. It was so cool because, like, when this game came out, Ludwig is referenced constantly. But it's not until the DLC for this game that you, like, see kind of what the deal with Ludwig is, and it is insane. One of my favorite moments of any Soulsborne game ever, witnessing that shit for the first time. And, yeah, ideally we'll do the DLC too, so we'll get to it eventually. The sky and the cosmos are one, the choir. Epic. I think this is where you get that badge where you can get his weapon. I do believe. Could be wrong, though. Let's wrap back around here because there's a secret item. Thank you. Hello. No thanks. I don't want any of that. That's alright. You can keep that to yourself. Whoa! That guy just straight up came out of the shadows. I don't even know what you're saying. You're just screaming British at me. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you get like a password up here, don't you? Okay, so is this what I'm looking for? Yes. The Radiant Sword Hunter badge. Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to find up here. Okay, now here I think you just get a password, right? Or you need a password? Locked. Yeah, you get a key. This is an optional area which has something insanely cool. It's I think it's entirely optional though. You don't have to do it. But what we got for we have. Now we're definitely not going to have enough blood echoes to use it, unfortunately. I think. So we honestly could continue where we are, get as many blood echoes and maybe open up like a shortcut. That's probably honestly the better thing to do here. Yeah. Woo-wee. My favorite room. That room right there with all the urns. I'm trying to think what my favorite room would in Bloodborne would be. It's got to be DLC related. Like the DLC was so cool to me in this game. That's some of my favorite stuff is there. I'm trying to think. Definitely not the freaking research hall. That is absolutely not my favorite room because there's 500,000 things. Oh, look at you. Thank you. This is my favorite room in all of Bloodborne. Trying to think of like the late game. The spider room's cool as hell. I love that spider room. That looks straight out of like a magic card or something. Okay, so now we're back here. We already did the bonus thing. Now this is basically falling down the rafters. Very easy to die here. And we also want to find all the items that we can too, because there's a lot of hidden ones like that one down there. Gotta be very careful here. Yep. Figured that much. So if you miss a fall like that, you're going to take massive damage. Now we missed an item up there, but it's not the biggest deal. Okay, there's another item right here. Thank you. Okay, now we got to fall all the way down there, I think. Is that the closest one? So I'm just going to go for it. I always mention this, but one thing I absolutely hate about the Soulsborne series is, like, guaranteed damage like that. I think it's incredibly stupid to force the player to take damage. But it is what it is. Okay, where are we going here now? Over there? I think you can straight up just drop onto that stack, if I remember correctly, but maybe we go like this. Where are you supposed to fall here? I think you slip off that pillar, if I remember correctly. Okay, I'm just going to walk off here. Yeah. Alright, so we missed one item in this playthrough so far. Now, this guy's weird as hell. I'm going to heal here. This guy's, like, super unique. How did you hit me? Oh, okay. Alright, so let's try to parry this guy, I think. He also shoots fireballs. Yep, see? Going and going and going. Got him. You better have a big ace up your sleeve, buddy. Not gonna do it. You just stuck? Okay. Bye! Let me get the beast rune from him. Oh, man, I really want that item up there, but if we die, we'll just come back to it. True enough, I think the most challenging game I played was BioShock Infinite. I know that's a silly example. No, not at all. But the non-stop enemies and limited weapon and ammo was tricky to figure out. Oh, man, that really makes me want to play that game again. No, that's not a silly example at all, because I made a guide for the final fight in that game, and that guide... I made when that game first came out, and that guide still gets comments to this day because everybody has trouble with that final fight. No, I know exactly what you mean because, yeah, Bioshock Infinite, I remember they specifically make these arenas with, like, so much shit going on, especially with the sky hooks and everything. But, yeah, Bioshock Infinite was tricky. I do remember that. I really want to play that again, especially with that octopus tentacle tonic. That was so cool. Hello!
A night of curses. A night to remember. Wouldn't you say, friend?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we gotta be careful here. There's one really, really scary enemy here. I think they're here now, right? Yeah, they would have to be. So we gots to be that guy right there. That guy is freaking... Oh, my God. Yeah, this guy hits like you're getting hit by a full-speed truck. He hits so hard. And also, if we die to this guy, that's the sack guy. So that guy takes you to the Hypogean jail, which is a whole nother area. I don't think I want to do that right now. There may be a point where I do want to do it. You are able to access it at a different part of the game. But yeah, I don't think I want to go there right now. We may be able to beat the boss that's there, but like I feel like it's a little bit later game. So I think that's going to be a nightmare to deal with. But I do want to kill him. He is just very tough. Hello! So we ideally want to kill everything else around here first, so we can just fully focus on that guy. These guys are fine. What's up, guys? We also definitely want to be full health, too, because this guy, like, 1 or 2 hits and you're just dead, no matter what you do. Never played Bioshock, but I heard it's tough. You should play Bioshock. I love that game so much. Bioshock 1 is alright. I would say, like, it's above average. Jesus Christ. I would say it's, like, above that. Like, when you take a standard video game. Okay, dude. Thank you. Okay, alright. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Anyways, time to die now. You tried. Yeah, I would say the Bioshock series as a whole is probably, like, above average in terms of difficulty, but I think Bioshock Infinite, from what I remember, like I said, I mean, there's, like, 50,000 things happening sometimes. They make the combat arenas so large. But I definitely recommend, I mean, it's one of my favorite series of all time. I love those games so much. Okay, we got this little weird guy over here. Hello! So this guy, if he grabs you, will suck your insight away. So you gotta be really careful here! Yeah, he'll also stun you with that, and he'll stun you with that as well. Yeah, this guy's crazy. Gotta be really careful with these guys, because they will mess you up. Fire, blood, gemstone. Okay, we still got that scary guy up there. I still couldn't do it. You can! Trust me, I'm not amazing at games. I've just played a lot of these games, you know, because it's one of my favorite series. But I by no means am like some good game player or anything like that. I just fell in love with the style of game and then practiced it, you know? Okay, gotta be careful here. He also does a really weird thing. Because I don't want to get killed by him. Alright, now he's gonna hit extremely hard. Oh! God, look him go. Okay, I need to parry that right there. No! Yeah, see, it was like literally half of my HP with one hit from this guy. Alright. So even when he's like this, like kind of up against a thing, you think you're safe and you're never safe. They will still kill you instantly. I don't mind cheesing dudes like this just because this guy basically will kill you in 1 or 2 hits. God, what is the range on this weapon? Ooh, see, he landed one kick. 70% of my HP just gone. Oh my god. Okay. So anyways, if you get killed by this guy, he will take you to a different area. But I do not want to access said area currently. That would not be very good. BioShock is a very fun game, but when it truly shines, it is hands down the stories and the writing. Oh yeah, totally. It also has some of the greatest voice acting performances I've ever heard. You know what? I need to go back as a voice actor now, and I need to actually play that series again to really have the voice acting ear for it. Because I know it's good, but I don't remember exactly the performances. I know Atlas is amazing. I remember. I don't want to. I don't want to say anything I shouldn't say. Atlas. Yeah. Anyways, one of the main characters is extremely good. I remember his performance. And yeah, all the other audio logs and everything. I remember, especially for the time, I'm sure it's like literally phenomenal. But it's been a while. I need to go through them all again. We did do a triple playthrough on Twitch sometime within the past, like, decade. Okay, am I missing a spot, or is that everything? I feel like we missed at least one path. Which boss are we working towards right now? I would say Vicar Amelia. Because we might be able to do the Witches of Hemwick first, which... I need to go to the gym here soon. I don't think we'll be able to do Witches... Or I don't think we'll be able to do Vicar in that time, just because Vicar is going to probably take a little bit of practice. Witches of Hemwick is basically free if you know how to do it. So if we could possibly get there, I would like to get 2 guides done each stream at least, but I also don't want to force it, so... Anyways, Vicar or Witches, basically. Vicar, I think, would be kind of the next one in line, but it's going to be much harder. By the way, Puchiha, I think you are insanely delayed, by the way. Because I noticed, yeah, I was talking about magic, and then you talked about magic, like, way after I talked about it, and then now I think you just answered me talking about magic from, like, probably 30 minutes ago. No big deal, I'm just saying, I think you're, like, 30 minutes delayed in the stream. Oh! Yeah, the art style's great. I love me some Eldritch Horror. Okay, there might be a secret here, I forget. Is there no secret? I feel like there almost is, but if there was, it would be this way, because that was the only spot I couldn't see. No, I suppose not. Alright. Let's go back. Okay, let's reset this, even though we probably don't need to. I don't think we're ever going to use this elevator again. Alright. So basically, all of that was a huge thing to just get behind the main door that we saw previously. Yeah, I just realized we'd have to rush all the way through to the woods, which wouldn't be good, because then we'd have to go back and do everything over again, which would be annoying. Anyways, this lever here is huge, because this basically opens up the way back to the Uden Chapel, which is kind of like the hub world, pretty much. The second hub world, I guess. So make sure to open that up. Okay, buddy. Just going to do this. All right, enough with the ghosts! Cool attack, but enough. Enough is enough. Alright, this guy's doing it too, so we gotta watch out. Oh, God. Oh, what a lame death that was. I knew it, too. I was like, he's gonna keep attacking. What an absolute lame death that was. Absolutely disgusting. Gross. Okay, luckily we opened up the shortcut, though, so it's not a big deal. There's one item we're missing, which my OCD is wanting to just go get. So yeah, we actually opened the shortcut here. We might die when we go to get that item, so let's go. Oh, is this guy in this corner now? No. Oh, he is in the corner. Whoa. Okay. So actually, do I want to kill that guy? Is there any reason to want to go to the Hypogean jail now? Not really. I don't think so. All right, so let's go back up here, grab our blood echoes. Yoink. And then kill these two guys. Okay, let's actually go back. There's also something to do over there, maybe. Because these guys are good to kill because they drop upgrade materials. There's also a crow here. Looks like those guys are not going to follow me. All right, let's fight this guy too. I think if you kill this guy, you might not be able to like access this area early, so just keep that in mind. Got him. Give you a big one of these. He's going to power up soon here. Okay, now he gets insanely aggressive. No, dude, why did you... Oh, you stupid. Okay, I don't want to fight these two at the same time. That's really bad. Not good at all here. You do not want to fight this guy with another dude. Oh, how was that not a... How was that not a parry? Whoa, Jesus Christ! Oh, no! This freaking guy right here literally ruined everything. You asshole. I literally checked to see if he was still chasing me. Does this happen now? Because we'll get a cutscene if it does happen now, which it should. Yep. That asshole, I literally looked back to make sure that he was not continuing to follow me. And then he just appeared. Or maybe it was the guy that was around the carriage and I forgot about him. Damn it! Well, alright. I mean, we could maybe do a different boss. I don't think you want to fight this boss when it's this early. I literally did not want this to happen. That piece of shit. Okay, that's interesting. It's been a while since this has happened naturally. Yargul, Unseen Village. Yeah, we are literally jailed now. You even get out of here. I think you just leave. Man, oh man. Okay. Yep. We'll give Parl a shot. I think any boss you can get good enough to where you can beat it, even if you're like woefully underleveled, which I think if we go to Parl now, we will be underleveled. But I can like practice it enough to where we can make it happen probably, which would be good mechanically to show people as well, I guess. But I did not want to... Yeah, and that guy just like appeared, like teleported behind me and smacked me in the head. All right, that's fair. I want to definitely continue this because I'm enjoying this playthrough quite a bit. But I think we will end here, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got to cook some breakfast and go to the gym. And then probably do some recording later on for this main channel. So we'll end this stream here. As I said before, if you would like to be notified when I go live, just make sure you're following the Twitter. There's a pinned tweet at the top of my Twitter, @Grovana. If you like the pinned tweet, I will tweet every time I go live, and it should kind of notify you if you're on Twitter. Otherwise, if you are a member or a patron, you should have access to the Discord. If you enter said Discord, I will also @ everybody when I'm live as well. That's the best way to know until we have a schedule, which I am working towards currently. I definitely want to make a schedule, but as I've said, that'll probably be doable in 1 to 3 months or so. So we'll just be going live typically in the mornings. That's usually when I have the most time, but sometimes in the afternoon as well. So, yeah. What's up, Pestilent? Welcome in. Yep, sorry, we're just ending now. All right, we're going to end the stream here. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!